everything is happening in divine timing. I was gonna say bonjour. Ciao. Buongiorno from Italy, here with these horsies. I'm gonna try and get some coverage because we're clearly having a storm. Maybe I'll stand here. Oh, hello. Hi. I want to come say hi, but it's a little wet over there. Oh, this is sweet. They're all coming over here. If you've watched my videos, that's the mule that pulled me down the mountain. These are all beautiful, beautiful friends of mine. So I really have so much to share right now, and so many downloads and so many examples of my own human experience that align up with these downloads. But really, it's just everything is divine timing. Like when you can just let go and just let go of attachment and just it is what it is mentality, you're free to have such a beautiful experience. And that's like enlightenment, right? A lot of us here, if you're watching this video, are curious about enlightenment, of awakening, of ascending. And really, it's like we're not trying to leave Earth, we're trying to enjoy Earth. And how do we enjoy Earth? We let go of attachment. We let go of trying to control things and just letting them be what they are and seeing everything as happening for you. And I know it's like we hear this all the time, but how do we actually do it? It's like I took a lot of risks this last year because I was like, whatever, maybe I fuck up my life. Like maybe I just have major, major regrets, but maybe everything works out for me. Maybe I'm never abandoned. Maybe everything will always be okay. And I was like, okay, let's try it out. I had everything that I had wanted. I bought a sauna. I bought all my health gadgets, like so many health gadgets. Like I invested in a lot of things that just really made me happy in a lot of ways. I was living in a beautiful home. I had a beautiful community. I was living by the beach. Like it was all wonderful. But I was like, this isn't quite living yet. Like I don't really feel it. Like there's something else. And so I'm just going to sell everything. I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to quit my job. And I'm going to stop with all the crazy healing treatments and detoxes and all these things. And I'm not saying do what I'm doing. I'm just sharing my experience. And in so many moments where I thought there was no answer, like I had just screwed up and, I was just going to be stranded in another country. Like when I bought a van, I invested so much of my money into buying this van that ended up having so many problems. And then it broke down in Spain, right? If you guys remember, it broke down in Spain. And then I had, to figure out how to get a tow. My phone ran out of storage once again. So anyway, I had to figure out how to get a tow and all that. And I didn't really know where I was, but I just happened to be parked in the most perfect place that had amenities, or services all for free. It was in a really safe place by the ocean. It had everything that I needed. I was able to stay there for as long as I really needed. It's technically only 72 hours, but still it was fine for what I needed. The person who was parked next to me, who was randomly kind of checking out my van, I was like, what is this person doing? Ended up being a lifesaver. Spoke Spanish, spoke French. My insurance is in French. We were in Spain. He didn't speak English, but he drove me to the mechanic. He was helping me nonstop in the rain. It was so perfect and also so not perfect. Everything was falling apart, but at the same time, it allowed me to receive. It allowed me to, just let the universe guide me in the ways that I was already being guided. I didn't have to freak out. I didn't have to, be afraid because it was all fine. Let me wipe the water off of this. And then another example is just so many of these have been happening recently, but outside example, my family in San Diego, my aunt and cousins, they've been trying to sell their house for a long time, 3 years. but it was never the right time for them. Like they were all kind of going through something. They needed the house as like a sanctuary, like each one individually, but they're finally ready. And the day that, you know, my aunt's grandson was born, my little nephew in a way, the house went into escrow, and she's now in Arizona visiting the grandson. And so it's all divine timing. Like she has somewhere to go now. She has a new purpose. Like it's like the new chapter of life. And for so many years, they were obviously like stressing about selling the house. They wanted to sell the house, but like things will happen at the perfect time. This is so interesting that the video, because I can't see the screen right now. So I keep finishing the video and then I look and the storage is full. And so this is part of the message, right? It's all divine timing. So something else is meant to come through right now, even though the last one felt really good and felt like I like got what I wanted to say out. However, let's see what else comes out. And so they had that experience where it was like so perfect, like things just lined up. And it's been the same thing for me. It's like when I quit my job and I, you know, decided not to accept any job offers that were like coming my way that just mimicked my old job and like mimicked the lessons that I like still had to prove to my field and to my point of attraction that I no longer was going to be accepting. Like when I did that, then other things started coming right in divine timing. Like I would be like, oh my God, like I need to have money. Like maybe I should get another job. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, like blah, blah, blah. I'm scared. And then every single day it was like exactly what I would need as I was like on that swing down. I talked about that before. Like I did a bungee jump thing one time and you get pulled up and then you're told to let it go. And then you go down. And it felt like that, like going down, 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 seeing the ground, but not touching the ground. Like exactly when you think like you're gonna hit rock bottom because you're following your intuition into the dark, you go on that upward swing and it's just like adrenaline, dopamine, like, ah. And that's kind of what it was like. It was like, okay, no to all this that I'm so used to, that is so familiar, but I know that is not serving me for my highest good anymore. Let me wipe this camera again. And yes, to following blindly, following my intuition and knowing that I'm divinely guided, knowing that everything always happens for me and knowing that I will always be okay. And then it was always the perfect amount, like out of nowhere, it was like the perfect amount of donations. Thank you guys for donating. And it has meant the absolute world to me in this journey of, you know, no longer living in that old timeline and instead living in this one. Like when I received my first donation on here, I was like, holy shit, I think it was for $20, but it meant like the world to me. Like I can't explain it because I had just started like around New Year's this year and I received a donation and it was like, thank you for these videos, like keep it up. And I was like, wow, like this feels like my sign to keep going. And then like it kept happening and I was like, wow, like this feels so aligned. And so I also like don't know what I've said so far because it keeps stopping and going. But when you're in alignment with your soul and your soul's purpose and your soul's calling and you're doing like your soul's work, everything kind of happens way more fluidly, way more exciting. And yeah, it might be scary because no one else has done it, like exactly what you're meant to do. But that's when you're in alignment. That's when you're living your soul's purpose and mission here on earth. Is you're a pioneer of your own path and you have to trust. And part of like what I know to be true for this human experience is learning to remember who you are. And in that means trusting like the truth of who you are, trusting that intuition that you have that tells you these things, and the parts of this video that are resonating that tells you these things are true, and that you have a reason for being here, and trusting that and going towards that and saying no to the things, even though other people might be like, ah, you know, when I sold all my things and I moved to Europe and I bought a van and I just like went all in on YouTube and went all in on my coaching and everything like that. Like other people are like, no, like you should probably get a job. You should probably do this. And I'm like, I had to go through my mind and be like, that's not true. That's not true at all. Like, we are infinite beings having a human experience, living here on this magical planet that is like just floating in infiniteness. Like, you have the potential to live any timeline that you desire because everything is happening right now. Like, all potential timelines are happening right now. There is no such thing as time or space. And with your free will, you get to choose exactly what you want. And so when everything's kind of like shit hitting the fan, it's just being the opportunity, I'm like soaking wet right now. It's being the opportunity for you to say, no, I'm not gonna actually freak out about this. Like with my van, I don't think I said this yet in this current recording, but yesterday I go to my van, I look to the side, dog had peed on my table outside. I was like, oh darn. And then I go and I slide open my door, and the door falls off the hinges, like just falls off the hinges. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how is that even possible? But I was like, all right. And my friends, I was like, help. And they all came to help. And, they took a look at it. They put it back on, and they're like propping it up with bricks. They looked up on Amazon the part that I need. I ordered the part. They're going to put it back on for me. And so it's a process of me like accepting help and knowing that like I'm worthy of receiving this kind of help, because there's a part of me that's like, why are these people helping me? And then there's another part of me that knows, like, in my chosen timeline, which I'm in right now and on my way to always, like I love this timeline, and I'm also headed towards the one that I've also selected. Like, I have wonderful community who loves me and supports me just because, we're friends and we're connected. And so when you're in it, there's that unconscious that's like gonna tell you and like kind of be there and be like, you don't deserve this, or whatever it is, unworthiness, lack, whatever it is, the unconscious trying to control you. And that's your opportunity to look at it and be like, actually I do. And then moving more and more into the timeline that you select, and knowing that you are divinely guided there. And through the process of letting go of attachment of how you're getting there, like I didn't really think I would be getting there by like my van just falling apart, like literally falling apart, and like all these electrical issues that could have been really dangerous, and water leak and mold. But the fact that like I have friends here who are like choosing to work on my van for me, and like finding all these issues and fixing all these issues, like everything is falling apart but also falling together. And in the process I'm learning, to receive love and help, and to feel so grateful for having this community. And I know that everything's going to be fine. There's always a solution. I will never be out of paths to go. And through the process of closing doors that are not in alignment with what I want, and choosing to walk through the ones that I do like want to walk through, there will be all of these things coming up to be like, are you sure? And it's like, yeah, I am sure. I know I'm on my way. So whatever you show me, like, whatever, it is what it is. And that's where I'm at. I think that's the message. I think there are a few other things in the other one, but apparently not important. And this was said exactly in the divine way that it was meant to. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Say hello to all my horsey friends. Subscribe if you are new here. And if you would like to sign up for the 21-day program, you still can. I'll leave the link below. You select any time on May. I'll make it now if you want to sign up. I'll make it for May 21st. And so if you want to sign up, select any time on May 21st. Give me your email. I'll send you all the videos, like depending on what day you sign up. I'll send you all the videos, and you can do it at your own pace. And I will be responding to all the comments and being really engaged and supporting you along the way until the 21st. And like, I'm so excited to be a part of this with you, and to be doing the exercises as well with you, and to just like see and hear your experience with it. And yeah, that's what I have for you today. Oh, I was also just going to share, like, I said this in the last one, but it didn't really make its way into this. But like the fact that I get to be doing this right now, like making these programs, working with you one-on-one, making videos on YouTube, like, which I always felt called to do, traveling on a horse farm in Italy, like, I just can't believe that it's my life. This morning I woke up, went to go get Wi-Fi at the house, was hanging out with my friend who's staying in the house. She's a volunteer. There's like animals everywhere, like cats that just like are sitting on our like shoulders and our lap, and dogs. And it's like, it's such a fun experience. And so I uploaded some stuff, sent out the email for the program, and then I put on this rain jacket with my hood, and I'm like, I'm gonna go record my YouTube video. She's just laughing at me. But this feels so alive to me. Like, I was so happy to like be saying those words and be doing this right now. Like, so much more happy than going to my desk job that I was doing a year ago, and driving to LA and like getting yelled at and like disrespected. Like, that was not in alignment with what I truly wanted. It supported me in getting here, But to be here right now and doing this with you, it like just fills my heart so much. I love it so much. So I'm really, 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 really grateful for you being here and watching these videos and subscribing and engaging with it. And I can't wait to support you along your journey as well. That's really, you know, the message behind all these videos is like trying to offer everything that helps me in a way that can also support you. So with all that, I will leave you and I will see you in tomorrow's video, and love you guys. Bye.